which is this part here. This is what we did in issue 42, guys. Now, what we've got to do, if we turn this way around, so what I want to do is push that through that hole there, like so, and then we're going to... Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're all doing good, guys. Hope you're all well. Today I'm building the Star Wars X-Wing, and we're at issue 44. All brand new and sealed, as you can see, guys. All waiting to undo in front of you. And guys, if you're not already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button, give us a big like, comment and share. Would really love to hear from you guys. I do hope you're enjoying this build. If you're not already subscribed, like I say, subscribe, press the bell notification not to miss out on any future videos of the Star Wars X-Wing or any other content I put up on the channel. But without further ado, guys, let's crack on with the Star Wars X-Wing from deagnostini. Okay, so before we get going with this week's issue, issue 44, guys, of the Star Wars Build Your Own X-Wing from deagnostini, I'll just show you what we did last week, if you ain't already seen the video. If not, guys, it's up on the channel. Have a look through the playlist and you'll be able to check it out. Basically, we were starting to build part of the lower engine, the one off the casing. We had to put little fittings on there, as you can see. I think that was the week before last, to be fair. It was all about putting this part in, the inside of the engine and the hydraulics. But I thought I'd give you a bit of a recap, just so you know what you've missed if you've not watched last week's video. But it's up on the channel, guys. Take a look if you want to watch that before you watch this video, but it doesn't matter if you don't want to. You can always watch it at a later date. But yeah, that's what we've done so far on this lower engine build. But now let's crack on and take a look through this week's mag and what's involved in this week's issue. Right, so we're going to be doing some more engine work this week, guys. I've got my coffee. It's lovely and warm. It's warming me up while I'm doing this video for you. But first of all, before we crack on, coming in next week's issue is Vader's TIE Fighter Something Special, Zam Wessel Deadly Assassin, lower starboard wing mounts and wiring for the lighting effects. So we are moving off the engine next week. I think we're doing the mounts by the sound of it, so that'll be pretty cool. It's nice to do different things every week, if that makes sense. But the trouble is with this X-Wing, because you've got 4 wings, you're going to be duplicating what you're doing, obviously quadrupling R2-D2. Now, remember, guys, if you're regular to the channel, you will know this. I have started this build. It was with deagnostini. Now, Fanom have it. I'm not saying I will never do it, and never say never. That will be coming to the channel one day. Not as yet, though. I won't lie to you, I've not got the funds. I'm doing enough at the minute with the money I'm spending on builds. But who says never? I'll never say never. One day it will come back to the channel. I think I'd done about 40 issues of that. And I've got that in stock upstairs in my bedroom. I could bring it to the channel for the 40 and do recaps on it. If you'd like that, guys, comment down below if you'd like to see it on the channel. And I could bring it to the channel and then hopefully one day get the rest of the issues off Fanom and continue building it or start from the beginning. It's there. I've got it in stock, storing, just sitting there. So I would be willing to bring it to the channel if that's what you want, guys. Let me know down below and I'll see what I can do. Back to this week then. Lower starboard engine. We've got the upper casing, thrust nozzle, thrust diffuser, lens, reflector, engine LED, locking collar, plant on details, which what I just showed you from last week is basically those, guys. Those are the plant on details, but we'll be putting it on the other side of the engine casing. So yeah, we're going to start off then, guys, by finishing the casing. But before we do so, we've obviously got to open this package and get all the pieces, the parts out. Yeah, and if you've not watched any of my other videos this week, I don't know if you can tell, I'm getting over a bit of a cold. I'm not one for keep going on. No, I'm not, guys. I'm just saying it just in case you wonder why my voice is a bit croaky and a bit off. I'm just getting over a cold, but I'll be fine. Okay, so these are the parts we've got, which I've just mentioned at the beginning of the video. What I'll do is I think I'll get this engine case in there ready. I've got some LED wire in here. So we've put these to one side for a second because we don't need those as yet. And what I can do then is get these parts out, the plant on details, and we'll fit these on, and then we'll move on further into the magazine. Now, same as last time we did plant on details, guys, it's so easy to do. There's no glue needed. You just look for the letters on each plant on detail, look at the diagram, obviously look at your piece you've got here, which is the outer casing of the engine, and it's as simple as pushing them in. So first of all, we want plant on detail F, which is gonna be, let's just get these out. Get these out and put them by the diagrams, you can't go wrong. So if you look at this, guys, let me just show you. That is a straight plant and detail. And you've got like the 3 little lips there and 2 pins there. Now that is going to be, so you've got 3 little raised bits. So I would have thought that's going to be D. So we'll put that by D. And then you've got this one here. So you've got that plant on detail, which is G. And you've got this one here, which is F. And you've got this one with a curve on. It's going to be C. So we'll place that by C. And you've got this one, which is going to be E. Place that there. Got a very tiny piece which we had issues with last time, if you remember. That is B. Hopefully that will go in a lot easier this time. And then you've got this big piece, which is A. And we'll get this ring out here, which is for the lighting, further in the instructions in the issue. Now, first of all, we're going to take F. So you can see, guys, you've got 3 pins there. And on the diagram, F is just at the top of the casing, which is there. You've got 3 holes. All you've got to do is simply push in like that. Done. And as I said the last time I did this, it's like stickle bricks. I don't know if you guys remember stickle bricks. Now, one of my sons said, "What's a stickle brick, Dad?" And once I explained to him, he realised, oh, I know what you mean. They're pretty cool, they are. So, yeah, I hope you all understood what I meant last week or the week before when I said stickle bricks. It's like a Lego, but more for younger people, because that's how easy this is, guys. It's just about pushing in holes, basically. So you've got G here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pins. So G on the diagram. 4 pins there. I'm so nervous, my voice is going to go in a minute. I'm holding out, guys. There you go. So that's that done. And then we want C. Well, now we'll do A first. So we want A, this big piece. And obviously you've got A on the diagram there. And then all you do is put it into the exact holes it's got on the diagram. It is simple, guys, but just be careful if you rush. You could break the pins on the plant and details, and then worst case you would have to apply a little bit of glue because you won't be able to fit them. So just be careful. They will only go in one way. Some are in diagonal, if that makes sense. There you go. So just take your time. Don't rush it. There you go, that's that done. Now we want to see. As you can see here, C is on there on the diagram. So it curves over there, guys. You've got a curvature. And what you want to do is apply that. Just making sure I've got it in the right place. So yeah, see, you've got a hole right round here, and that hole just on the top of the casing. It's a tight fit, but it does fit. Let's see. I love the feel of the texture. Can you hear that? The plastic, and it looks weathered already, guys. It's pretty cool, this build. I love it. I've heard a few people say they've got this and they don't want to build it because they don't like it. I love it. I can't wait till it's built. Right, we've got D. So what we want to do is you get these little raised little lips here to the left, and on the diagram you can see D is these two holes just there on the casing. So put that in and then just push this one. Do you know what, guys? I'm doing this filming in the day. I'm not going to do that again. I know people have got the lifestyles, but it's very tricky to film, not have any distractions. But here, I can't complain, can I? Or should I? Should I go out and say, shut up, I'm doing YouTube? It's a nice estate I live on, but I don't know if they'd shut up, to be fair. He would. I'm not gone quiet now because I'm concentrating, bear with me. But yeah, I usually try and do my video in at night when it's quiet. It's the best way, I think. But I'm doing it now, so I'm going to have to crack on with it. But that's that bit done. Let's put D on. D on. Part D on. Yeah, but that's how it's looking so far, guys. Pretty cool. Now we're going to get E. As you can see down the diagram, that's where it wants you to put it, and the position it wants you to put it. So you find the 3 holes on the engine casing, and basically push them, the planton details, into the holes, like so. There you go, so that's that done. How effective is that, guys? Looks so cool. Right, last but not least, we have got planton B. Now this one on the other casing gave me grief last time. Let's see if this one's easier. Oh my God, that was easy. That was brilliant. That just pushed in, sliding through butter. And guys, that is the planton details finished. Pretty cool, that does. I love that. It just looks so effective. Right, so we'll turn the page over. Let's see what we're going to do next. And there's no glue needed for that, guys. No glue whatsoever. Okay, now we're assembling the engine. So we've got the casing we've just done. And then we've got the casing from a few issues ago. Now, I'm not sure if I did light bleed on these, on the others. It's not giving you any tips. I don't know what to do. I'm sure I did some painting, some blackout, so it didn't light bleed. Now, if that's the case, it won't make no odds to you guys, but I might have to pause this video and get some black paint so I can black the engine casing out so it doesn't get light bleed. I'll continue for now and we'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. Now, as you can see, it's instruction 2. This is instruction 1. It's just telling you what pieces we've got, which we already know that. Fit the 4 pins on the thrust diffuser onto the holes in the lens. 1 pin is smaller than the others, so it only fits one way around. Right, so if you're looking at those, guys, you can see at the camera that, that is it. That one looks the smallest one. So we want the smallest hole, and it can only go in one way. And all you got to do is push those into place, being careful not to break the pins, guys. It'll only go in one way. I think that's the way it's going to go. That is small, but it don't want to go in. Well, I think that's as good as it's going to get. So that's him. Let's double check. Yeah, that's him, as you can see. So yeah, that's instruction 2 done. And a quick note, guys, you know that you've got the right ones in the right holes, because it will click. You'll hear a like nice little click to show that that's gone into position. So yeah, that's instruction 2 done. And then instruction 3 is telling you that's how it should look, which it does. And now we need to get instruction 4, align the assembly with the thrust nozzle, which is this part here, matching up the notch in the lens with the internal rib on the nozzle. So you see this notch here, guys. What we're going to do is make sure this goes in with that going over the notch. It's got to go in that way. So bear with, there we go. That's that in. He says, push it, there you go, that's in. That's better. That's how that looks. Pretty cool. And that is 5 and 6 done also. You've seen me just push that in. And now it's telling us to get the LED wire. So if I want to straighten all this out, be careful when you do this, guys, that you don't snap the wire, or else you're gonna have a broken LED wire, and you don't want that. Right, so we've done that, instruction 7. Now instruction 8, fit the tip of the LED into the reflector. So that goes into there, like so. There you go. And then you've got it, that's instruction 9 as well, also, just showing you what it looks like, which I've just done. And instruction 10, carefully bend the wire so that it follows the curve of the reflector on the opposite side. So you've got to be careful here, guys, not to break it, but just carefully bend it like that. Don't be too rough with it, but give it enough pressure so it bends. And on instruction 11, what we need to do now is fit the plug through the side hole in the assembly from stage 42, which is this part here, I would have thought. So we've got to take this out of the casing, which is this part here. This is what we did in issue 42, guys. Now what we've got to do, if we turn this way around, what we're doing is pushing the LED wire through that gap there. No, my bad, we're pushing it through this one. So it's got to go through there. I've had a cold, guys, that's my excuse. Don't worry, sorry. So yeah, push it through there, and then it goes through the other hole on the outside, like so. Let's get that little tab through, there you go. I think that's right. Right, so that's what we have so far. So that's how it looks in instruction 13 and 14. It should look like that. And you've got the light, which is pointing towards the other piece, like so. So we'll place that down there. And then what it's saying, instruction 15, guys, fit the plug through the hole in the lower engine casing provided this time, which you finished off in stage 11. Which is this piece. So what I want to do is push that through that hole there, like so. And then we're going to, instruction 16, fit this engine detail with the pins. Being careful not to break the wire onto those pins in the engine casing there, guys. So if we basically line that around there, just careful there's no wires in the way, and once you're certain there's not, just push onto the pins, and then that is all done. That one's not quite on that pin. Hang on. There we go. that result for that part, for that instruction. You want just to have that hanging out like so. And what it's saying do then in instruction 18, fit the curved end of the reflector in its slot casing with a notch at the other end. So I'm going to turn that round, and then this goes in the end of the casing like so. And then you've got that notch sticking up there, guys. Yeah, I think that's fine. The wire's all gone through, it's not kinked anywhere, and that's how that looks so far. Now, instruction 19, with the reflector pressed all the way in, line up the two halves of the engine. So yeah, what we're going to do then, guys, is on the diagram it's saying line them up like so, and then what we're going to do is basically just put that on top of the other casing, lining that lens into the crevice of that casing, and it will go on, guys. Just carefully persuade it to go on, and it should all fit like so. Now, I won't worry about that keep bouncing back, because in a minute we're going to connect that with the other pieces you've got in this issue, and it will seal that engine together. Now, instruction 21 to 23 is all about putting the thrust nozzle on the left hand side here, which will seal that, and then we're going to put the connecting notch, which is going to be on the end of that side of the engine, and then it will all be sealed up, guys. So we'll put the thrust nozzle over the end like so. Oh, and there's a lip there, guys. That lip has got to go in the right place, and it should just slide on like that. Look at that, wicked. And then get this little notch rib, and then that is all sealed. It's cool. I like the outside of this engine casing, but all that detail we've put inside with the turbo parts, etc., you're never going to see again, ever. There's only you going to know that you've put those inside, guys, which is a shame, really. You're never going to see that, but there you go. But the outside just looks as good. It's a shame, you're just never going to see it in there. Right, that is it for this week's issue, guys. Now all we're going to do is test the electrics and see if that light works. So I've got my little battery box here, guys, which will test all the electrics for the Star Wars X-Wing, and all we're going to do is connect this wire only the one way around. There we go. And I think you can see we can breathe. It's all working, guys. Look at that. Look at that. And that's bright. I don't even have to turn the lights off. And you're going to have 4 of those. Am I right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Yeah, 4 on the back. Sorry, guys. Blame the cold. Joking. But that is the last part done in this stage, issue 44. It's all working, guys. Look at that. I love it. Let me just turn one of the lights off. There you can see. Look how bright that is, guys. Look at that shine on my hand. That is going to be so cool when all this works and you've got it up on your ceiling or wherever you're going to put it. But yeah, it's all working, guys. And that is it for this week's issue. The Star Wars X-Wing, issue 44. Remember, guys, subscribe, like, comment, share. See you in the next one. Peace. That is it for this week's build, guys, of the Star Wars X-Wing from deagnostini. I can't ever say that word, I'm trying. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you want more, remember to subscribe. Press the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos, and as soon as I put one up, you will get notified that I've put it up to do with the Star Wars X-Wing or any other build on the channel or any other content on the channel. I do hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please give us a big like, I would really appreciate that. And remember to comment, send me any message you want, and share this video about. It was pretty interesting this week, a bit of fun. What we've done is we've built another engine and put all the little fittings and the parts on the outer side of the other casing of the engine. And also the best bit, and which I love doing guys on these builds, is the electrics. And we've seen what it looked like when we tested it on the battery pack, and it all lit up, which is brilliant. But for now guys, that is it for the Star Wars X-Wing. Come back next week. See you soon. Take care. Peace.